Hey again, YouTube. I'm back with part 6 of my bookshelf tour. I left off with this shelf in the last part, and now I'll start with my sci-fi slash fantasy section. Sci-fi and fantasy are kind of mixed up here, but not really. Some fantasy writers write science fiction, so I try to keep all my authors together. But for the most part, it's just sci-fi to a certain point, and then fantasy, but there are some fantasy mixed in with sci-fi, some sci-fi mixed in with fantasy, so I'll just go ahead and get started. Here I have my Animorphs books by Applegate. This is one of the more special books in the series. This is called Visser. Another special book in the series, the Chronicles. And one of the other special books in the series is the Hort Chronicles. And then this is just the original series. I've got book 1, The Invasion, book 2, The Visitor, and then they all look like that, so I'll just read off the titles. I have book 3, The Encounter, book 4, The Message, book 5, The Predator, book 10, The Android, book 11, The Forgotten, book 12, The Reaction, book 14, The Unknown, book 15, The Escape, book 16, The Warning, book 17, The Underground, book 18, The Decision, book 20, The Discovery, book 22, The Solution, book 23, The Pretender, 25, The Extreme, 26, The Attack, 27, The Exposed, 28, The Experiment, 29, The Sickness. Here I have a box set of 4 books. It has book 23, or book 33, The Illusion, book 34, The Prophecy, book 35, The Proposal, and book 36, The Mutation. And then here I have 38, The Arrival, book 39, The Hidden, and book 45, The Revelation. And that kind of ends what I have of the original series. Then there's also another one of these kind of like special trilogies of the series. This is the Animorphs series, which I think has 3 books. I only have this one though. And then another kind of trilogy series is the Megamorphs. This is book 1. The Andalite's Gift, and here's book 2, and the Time of the Dinosaurs, which is where they can turn into dinosaurs and stuff. And this series, it's about a bunch of kids who can turn into animals, things like that. It's got aliens and all that cool stuff, so it's a really cool series. I really recommend it. I haven't read any in a really long time, so I don't know how well they hold up, but I know that they're reprinting them now. I think they have the first 2 reprinted. But here I have Meet the Stars of Animorphs from when it was a TV series on Nickelodeon back in the 90s. It's a good show, but this just has, facts about the show and the stars of it. Also by Applegate, I have the Remnant series. This is book 1, the Mayflower Project. Book 2, this is called Destination Unknown. This one is I'm having a hard time reading this stuff. Okay, book 12, this is Aftermath. Book 11, Dreamstorm. Book 13, The Survival. And book 14, Begin Again. And then here's kind of a Animorphs ripoffs. This is called the Humundo Morphs. Humundo. Alright. Here's the City of Ember. Like I said, I read that book and didn't care for it too much. I don't really know what all the hype was about. I don't know, I guess it was just the writing for the most part. It just didn't pop for me. I just felt too flat. The story is cool, like I said, but I don't know, something about the writing. It could have been better. I might give it another chance, though, at some point. The Secret World of Alex Mack. This was a television show on Nickelodeon. Again, back in the 90s, about this girl. She was an alien. She could turn into a puddle. and get underneath doors and things like that. And they're kind of like mysteries. She had to listen in on people. I just very vaguely remember that show. This is Paul Zendel's The Gadget. And then also by K. Applegate, who writes the Animorphs series. This is the Everworld series. This is book 11, Mystify the Magician. And then coming down here, these are mostly fantasy, with just some sci-fi mixed in. This is my Bruce Covell section. I've got Juliet Dove, Queen of Love, which is a Magic Shop book. Another one of my Magic Shop books is The Monster's Ring, one of his classics. And another one is The Skull of Truth. Then his other books that I have that aren't Magic Shop books. This is Book of Aliens, Tales to Warp Your Mind. Book of Monsters, Tales to Give You the Creeps. Book of Spine Tinglers, Tales to Make You Shiver. And Book of Nightmares, Tales to Make You Scream. And then another one of his books, Bruce Covell books, is Into the Land of the Unicorns. And then Aliens Ate My Homework. I've always wanted to read that one, as well as this one right here, I Left My Sneakers in Dimension X. That one looks funny. Of his I Was a 6th Grade Alien series, this is book 1. My Teacher Fried My Brains. That's really green. My Teacher Glows in the Dark. And My Teacher Flunked the Planet. And then that ends my Bruce Covell section. And here I've got The Indian in the Cupboard, of course. Stuart Little by E.B. White. Charlotte's Web, also by E.B. White. Classic. Alright, The Treasures of Weatherby by Zilpha Keatley Snyder. Okay. Here I've got The Eye of the Warlock. And The Thief and the Beanstalk. Warriors Into the Wild by Aaron Hunter. It's book 1 in the Warrior series. Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L. Ingle. Another classic. Redwall by Brian. I've never been able to pronounce his name. Is it like Jacques? I think it's Jacques. I don't know. Shut up. Okay. Here I have Things Not Seen by Andrew Clements. It's a good one. And then these are all my Roald Dahl books. I've got Fantastic Mr. Fox, James and the Giant Peach. Excellent book. Another excellent book, The BFG. Another excellent book, Matilda. George's Marvelous Medicine. The Twits. The Magic Finger. And another really good book, The Witches. I like all of Roald Dahl's books. He was a good writer. The Wolves of Willoughby Chase. And then, sorry. Okay. These are my Dragons of Deltora books. Got book 1, Dragon's Nest. Book 2, Shadowgate, sorry. Book 3, Isle of the Dead. And book 4, The Sister of the South. And then of his spin-off, of the spin-off series of Deltora, this is Deltora Shadowlands. This is book 1, Isle of Illusion. Or, sorry, that's book 2. And then that's the only one I have of that series. And then another spin-off series is Deltora Quest. This is Forest of Silence. That's book 1. Book 2, Lake of Tears. Book 4, The Shifting Sands. And book book 5 is Dread Mountain. Those are a little hard to read. Secrets of Droon, Into the Land of the Lost. These are for younger readers. I don't think I ever read any of these ones. Another one, Under the Serpent Sea. And then Voyage of the Jaffa Wind. And then here I have the vintage Bradbury, which has a bunch of classic Ray Bradbury stories in it. Nice book to have.